We were recording. What? You didn't say anything.
Oh, I've been recording this whole time.
We weren't prepared.
Welcome to episode 4 of The Eye of the Tyrant. I am your host, DJ, and we are so glad to have you with us. If you like what we're doing, please check out our Patreon and merch, and don't forget to rate and review the show. So, last time, our unlikely party placed a virus aboard a courier ship, stranding him on the Eye with you. Samuel discovered that Windless is more than he lets on. Egg cried in the bathroom twice. Vesper was almost murdered. And Seer told Egg the truth. And finally, the power went out, leading us to a riot. So you all step out of your cells, and everybody is confused, and some old man hunched over gets a very excited look upon his face as he screams out, "Riot!" and immediately hauls off and just headfirst lifts someone up as he headbutts them over the railing. Everybody begins to go insane and turns to the person next to them and begins to fight. Nearby you guys, there are a few people who are currently heading towards you, including one of the surviving sisters.
Oh, shit.
Love that.
Indeed.
Impressive.
I need you all to roll initiative.
With our token selected, correct?
With your token selected, please.
Yes.
The tokens that were
Many
here
games
the
in Roll
whole
20.
time.
We've been staring at this
Initiative.
all throughout the game. Speed. Right?
Speed
Yes,
roll.
this is a speed. The difficulty for this is going to be a difficulty 3.
Oh, whoops! I didn't put in a difficulty. I should probably re-roll that.
You're fired. Oh, I failed.
Nice.
I failed.
I see that, and
we
so
go.
do all the viewers, because I have the window captured for the roller now.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
No.
I got a
That's
big
impressive. I
fat
failed
one.
No,
Success.
Seer, no.
I got a 1, which means there's a GM intrusion for free. So DJ
Oh
gets
boy.
to mess my day
Oh,
up
man.
for no cost.
So, not free, just because I am giving out experience to you for this one. Give one away, please.
Let's go and hand it over to Samuel. Samuel, get us out of this situation.
I shall, sir.
Samuel's not here.
I don't care. I want Samuel to bail me out.
Okay, good. I'm not there. I know where I am.
I will say you didn't click your tokens before you rolled. Two of you?
Except
It
me
was-
I haven't used
Except you
this 20
and
in a very long time.
I did.
No,
and-
no,
High
I
five, Aaron.
100%. I'm in a Tuesday game.
We did
I
it.
always forget.
Fucking
Yeah.
did it.
I hit speed. Where's the initiative button then? That's the issue.
Oh, yeah. The initiative button is the first skill on your character sheet.
Yeah, there it is. That's why I didn't roll. That's why it didn't work.
Oh,
Either
that
way,
makes
I
sense.
failed.
That makes sense.
It's
Well,
possible
that
to
means
just
you get to
add me-
re-roll it. But Brayden, I just need you to roll one so I can give you that nat 1.
Yes, please. Give me that and that one. Okay, so I have to
Absolutely.
hit initiative. Got my token selected. And clicking the button.
Did it again. Another
That's
nat
beautiful.
one.
That's beautiful.
It
I
was
was-
meant to be. So for those watching at home, I got 2 nat ones in a row. First rolls of the session.
I was actually going to cut like most of that out. It all stays now.
It all stays. Yep.
So beautiful. I love that. I love when things work out the way they're supposed to.
Send
in
me
life.
down an elevator shaft. Fucking fuck me up, fam.
So
Elevator.
Elevator.
with that,
It's related to the crocodile.
the only people who succeeded, the only 2 people who succeeded, is going to be Samuel and Omega. So,
Oh, croc
what
later,
happens
that's what it
is as you were about to turn around, Seer, you feel somebody throw some sort of cloth over your head. You can't see anything, and it is being held down to keep your vision obscured. Samuel, you are currently in the guard break room. You were going over some schematics of the space station as a whole. What were you trying to look for? What were you trying to figure out?
I'm trying to figure out the location of the warden's office as it appears on the outside of the space station, so that I could target it from a spaceship.
Just absolutely making sure, even if he's not in there, blatant disrespect. Yeah, easily done. You don't even have to really. Well, you're gonna have to roll for it, but it's gonna be a difficulty 1 task, intellect. It's super easy.
I'm good at these.
What I'm looking for is whether or not you're going to critically fail as well.
Okay. I shall
for
make
that
my.
XP.
See, I want the XP. I need it. Simple task. I won't even. Aha! I got a 19.
Look at that. You not only know where it is, you know like which side is up and which side is down on this space station. You absolutely will not miss.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah,
if you get the chance, you can
Sure
keep
number.
that. And the power goes out for you, Samuel, as you realize something is wrong and it's dark. What are you doing?
I am going to jump up, grabbing my folder of paperwork, run over to whatever wall is nearby with lockers on it, rip them open, pull out 4 face masks that will protect from the tear gas and such that might come from the prison riot, and run off towards
Absolutely.
the cell blocks to meet up with my wards.
All right.
And I sprint out of the room.
Yeah. So you're not going to get there immediately. It's going to take you a few rounds because it's chaos. The halls are chaos for the guards. The guards don't know what to do. You see them as soon as you walk out. They're all kind of, they've woken up. They're annoyed. Everything is not going well. And it's dark, so they've got flashlights going, and the emergency lights are up on the ceilings, just kind of giving a nice amber glow to the entire place. That is going to bring us to Egg. Egg, you just saw your friend, Seer, have a pillowcase shoved over his head, and he is being held by 2 large but probably retired aged men. And you also see as one of the sisters, the remaining sister, is kind of heading your way towards Vesper. What would you like to do?
I will say to the gentlemen, we are brothers in arms in this conflict on this prison. Let us not come to blows. Please release my friend, and we can struggle together. In the words of Alpha Crash, a beg on the head is worse than dead.
I imagine that just underneath the pillowcase, there's just kill them, Egg!
Kill them all!
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
would not like to come to blows with you.
Very good. Well, let me fix something real quick. Sorry. I just broke. Don't window capture something and then decide to move that window.
Oh dear.
It's fixed.
That'll do it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a intellect roll, kind of like a charisma kind of thing. This is you trying to persuade them to stand down. They don't look like they are in the mood to stand down. It is going to be a difficulty 6. They seem like men on a mission.
Oh yeah, I'm not good at this. So no bonus. Oh, but I am going to add some effort because this is very important. I'm going to add 1 effort.
All right.
which takes my intellect pool down to 5.
Oh no.
And I failed, of course.
Really hurt himself trying to do it too. Like,
Please, we cannot come to blows, gentlemen. There is a greater struggle above us.
all right. So they do not appear to be standing down. If you would like, I will give you your full action as well on top of that, because that was just banter, right? It was just pointed banter. And Egg isn't exactly the best at giving orders, just really good at receiving them.
Very well, then I will follow your directions, Seer. I see you gentlemen will not parley, and so, though I regret it, I must now bash your heads together like 2 watermelons. And I will do so. I'm just gonna grab their heads and conk them together.
All right. So we've got Steer here.
The
yeah.
regretful days of violence.
Absolutely. So you want to try and hit both of them, is what you're telling me.
Yes.
Okay. So normally these guys would be a little bit easier to hit. This is going to increase the difficulty because it's kind of more of an outlandish task. And so instead of it just being their difficulty, it's going to be a little bit higher. It is going to be a difficulty 4. Let's see it.
Okay. I have no need for weapons. So should I just roll fist swing here?
Oh,
I use my
absolutely.
might. Okay. And I will expend an effort because I care about my friend. And
Aw.
he's directing me to do so. Difficulty 4. Effort 1. Here we go. Time for the conkin.
Time for the conkin.
Oh, I failed the
Ah.
conk. I can't conk.
So-
I'm a conk. I'm a
What?
conk. I'm a non-conk.
What I'm going to say
No.
with that is you rolled a 3. If you had rolled one of their, like, say you had rolled the 2 that you, the difficulty 2 that you would have needed to hit one of them, I would have at least given you one of them. However,
Wow.
you kind of go to slam their heads together, and instead what happens is they duck a little bit, and you just kind of clap your hands over them, just kind of like a, oh, whoops,
Well
kind
done.
of moment.
You did learn from our last encounter.
I try and start a slow clap off of that first clap.
Fantastic.
No one joins.
That is going to bring us to their turn. So first we're going to have, stop it, roll 20. You better cooperate. There we go.
That's asking a lot.
So, yes. This is to visualize the sister coming up towards. She's going to get into about here. And then we're going to take
What a pleasant lady.
this guy right here.
What a pleasant man.
That guy right there. There we go. Fantastic.
Okay.
So pleasant.
Sorry, I just need to take a second to let the viewers at home know that on the map, the 2 older gentlemen that are holding me are represented by a pair of just the twinkiest looking fucks I've ever seen.
Very
if you
foppish,
watched
very foppish.
our charity stream from over a month ago, yeah, they are some of the player characters tokens.
Beautiful.
So, the 2 that are currently holding Seer, they have some improvised flail-like weapons, and they are going to start hitting Seer with them. Seer, please make for me a might defense roll level 2. But nope, they're working together. Make this a level 3.
You got it. I'm going to spend no effort because I think it's funny.
You don't even
Oh.
need to, baby.
Ah!
Yeah.
I got an 18.
You tell me how it is that they are failing. Is it abs of steel, or are you just kind of dodging as they swing these obviously tube socks with something in them?
I think it's a combination of 2 things. So Sears had on his character sheet this whole time a weapon entry listed as martial arts. He knows martial arts as part of his Templar training. He's not very good
Yeah.
at them, but he's capable of doing it. So I think it's a combination of training and also just feral cat in a bag energy. Like, they're
Yeah.
coming with him, and he's just like, ah! And he throws himself back into the guy that's holding him, just lunges out with kicks, and is just getting his elbows out some places, and he's just being too much of a wriggly dude in order to, like, lock down for the hit.
Very good. I love that. Yeah, so they fail. The sister, she kind of used all of her movement to get up to you, but not quite to you. Next up is going to be Vesper. Vesper, what would you like to do on your turn?
Well, I have a special ability called Fleet of Foot. So I'm just gonna fucking book it towards, like, where
Oh, we lost Brayden.
Samuel... Oh,
No, you're good. I got it.
should we...
Oh, we can stop now for...
Yeah.
If we lose just one person, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of keep my eye on it. And then I will do my best to just assign them. And then if we lose everyone, obviously, we're just going to make a cut there. But
That was not Streelam's fault. That was me. I accidentally clicked can't
Oh.
exit the tab.
Just eggs.
Too excited.
All right, quick, while we're still in the edit frame.
all right. So we're going to start your turn over, Vesper. So let's go through.
So I have a special ability called Fleet of Foot, where I can move a short distance as part of another action. So I want to, like, fucking book it towards where I think Samuel is going to be coming from, because I'm thinking
Yeah,
I don't want to face this lady.
absolutely. Samuel would be coming from the basically behind where they're coming from, probably a good 100 feet. So you could get close to halfway there by using your Fleet of Foot, a little more than halfway. So that would basically have you scooch on by. Are you able
If
to
I
use
use an effort, I can move a long distance.
Absolutely, you can. You can get to the door. Not a problem. So we're going to put you down here as you just book it. Faster than most people have probably seen. You turn and Vesper's just gone. And then you realize that she ran way past you, Egg. You know, teamwork makes the dream work. Fantastic. You are at the door. There are people fighting around you. There are people up on the balcony overhead. There are people to your left, to your right, and behind you just absolutely going at it. So far, nobody is paying attention to you other than, of course, the sister. So, that is going to bring us to Seer. Seer, you have a man on each arm and a pillowcase over your head. What would you like to do?
Man, don't tempt me with a good time. I think Seer is going to, just with the bag still over, he's going to try to whip out those martial arts moves that he knows and just try to try to whack away at the... with the intent not necessarily of disabling them, but more getting out of a grasp.
No, absolutely. Yeah. This is going to be a difficulty because so you're trying to get both of them off of you, trying to help yourself. This is going to be a difficulty 3. It's not terribly hard. You're very well trained compared to these guys.
Yes.
And you
I
know
will
it.
spend a level of effort.
All right.
So I will spend 3 points for my might pool.
Very good.
And
Yeah,
I got me a
yes.
7.
Tell me what this looks like.
So yeah, I think it's kind of like he's managed to fight off their attacks. He's twisting around and he's going to just, I think his martial arts is very just kind of like throat punches and nerve pinches, just trying to like hit vulnerable spots and use his sort of slight frame to his advantage. So he kind of just manages to like, bam, stomp on somebody's foot, elbow in the gut, and then manages to kind of wriggle free and tears the bag off his head and just spins around.
Absolutely. You realize at this moment that you and Egg are technically surrounded. But, you know, you've gotten out of worse. Egg's pretty reliable.
I got this.
This is going to bring us back to Samuel Samuel, you're in the hallway. You know the direction you need to go. The guards are all looking around at each other like, what are we going to do? As they all begin to run towards the various cell blocks.
Okay, I've got one clarifying question. Well, a couple. Do we know if Seer's armor got delivered to the ship where I wanted it to go?
You do not know.
Okay, I don't know. That's good. I want to get one of these. I have my own prison keycard. I'm trying to get a second one.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to either talk one of these guards into giving it to me by lying and saying that I have lost mine and need theirs, or I want to try and just grab it off their belt via a sleight of hand sort of thing. What do you think I could do?
Interesting. Well, let's be honest. There's one thing you excel at,
And that's talking.
and that is talking. You could probably talk your way out of just about anything, and you know that. So, I
Yeah.
would say you'd probably use one of your speaker abilities.
Yeah, then I will use fast talk here. That I get to speak with an intelligent creature who can understand me and convince them to take a reasonable action in the next round. So I'm going to run up to to one of the guards. What was their names?
It's just some
see.
random
Jarn.
guard nearby. Oh, Jarn
Thing
could.
1 and thing 2.
Yeah, thing
Jarn
one,
and
thing two.
Melia. Yeah.
There you go.
I run
Yeah.
up to Jarn.
Yep.
Jarn. Oh my god, I was in the showers, and I think I can't find my key card in there. Can I borrow yours? I gotta go run and catch up with the high value prisoner.
Yeah, absolutely. So, that's easy. He's not a higher level than you are, or a higher tier than you are. He's just a guy. And so he goes, oh, of course, Samuel. And he grabs out his key card and he goes, make sure to secure the high priority prisoner, and we're gonna go over to the other cell block. Be very careful.
Will do.
As
Grab
you
it
run
now.
down the hall, you see as Captain Carenza kind of steps out, yawns, does the stretch, and he looks
Get out of the
around and he
way.
goes, "What in bloody days is going on out here? Trying to sleep."
I slam into him, push him back into whatever door he came out of, and run past.
Absolutely.
Run back, give him a kick in the ribs.
Yep. You are still, I'm going to say, 2 rounds away from making it. So that's going to bring us next to Egg. Egg, what would you like to do?
We're surrounded by 3 enemies, right?
Correct.
Seer, you can kick, right? I just saw you.
Yes.
Take my hands.
What?
Take my hands.
I do
my
it.
Hands. I would like to spend an XP to do a warrior player intrusion. Perfect setup. You're fighting at least 3 foes, and each one is standing in exactly the right spot for you to use a move you trained in long ago, allowing you to attack all 3 as a single action. I would...
Yes!
Crash Clan spin attack! And I want to...
Beautiful.
like spin with such centrifugal force that Seer rises in the air, and his feet are sticking out. So he's like against each of them.
I imagine the way this
one
move is.
clean Zelda swing.
I imagine the way this move is supposed to work is that you spin the person and they're focused on delivering kicks. I think Seer's screaming. He's just flailing, going, "Wah!" You just bash people into me.
Absolutely. So that was the. I think you still have to roll for the attack on this,
Yeah,
but
on
you
each
get 3
one,
for
yes.
one, right?
I get an attack on each one.
So good. Go ahead.
I expended
We're gonna do
XP.
each. Yeah. Spend that XP. It's going to be a difficult. So they're individually. The 2 guys are a difficulty 2. The sister
Okay.
is a difficulty 3.
Well, we'll go in order then. In escalation. Guy on the left. Guy number 1. Might roll. No efforts. Difficulty 2. Here we go.
Got this.
Hell yeah.
Bam!
Very good. Yeah, you just right in the jaw. That is Oh, you didn't roll that as a... Oh, yeah, I guess you don't really have an attack weapon for...
I mean, I can roll an unarmed attack, but it's the same roll. Right?
It's going to be the same
Sears
roll. Yeah,
ankles.
and so
Well, actually, I
it
treat
is...
my unarmed attacks as medium weapons. So is there a bonus to that?
Yeah, so he's good. It's going to be a 4 damage to this guy. Go ahead, roll the second one.
I do more damage being flung as a weapon than I do punching somebody myself.
Well, is Seer a medium weapon or is Seer a large weapon? Because he's humanoid.
You know what?
Small.
That's actually fair. Spear, technically large weapon. We're going for it. That's extra few points of damage there. So just right in the jaw. Ooh, right in the jaw.
Get
Two
guy number
successes
2
out of 3.
Yep.
We've got 2.
And here's, hey, soul sister, here comes Mister, I say, as I go bring him around in the sister. Did that go through?
Yes,
Oh,
it did.
there we go. Boom.
3 out of 3.
Fantastic. So, are you still holding on to Seer at this point, or is it kind of like a toss? You know, like you slap everyone in the face, then you throw him at the lady. You know.
Oh yeah, maybe I let go of him when we hit the cistern. He just flies and boom, they both slam into each other.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know, Seer, you're able to like right yourself and get back up, no problem. You're a little dizzy, but that's okay. It is now going to be Vesper's turn. Vesper, the door's locked. And somebody's noticed.
Oh shit. Okay. Are they like coming towards me or?
They haven't yet. They basically, you see as somebody punches someone in the face and then looks over to you and begins to slowly make their way over to you.
Okay, so I have another question.
Yeah.
I had a shiv on me before I lost my arm. I assume I've lost that shiv.
I would say they weren't exactly looking you over for contraband when you lost your arm. And so if it happened to have been in your clothes, you probably have it.
Okay. I'm going to brandish that, I guess. And I'm just gonna see if I can like lockpick out, like with the shiv.
Absolutely. Okay.
If I can't, if it's like technologically impossible,
No.
that's okay.
Not impossible. Nothing is impossible in Cypher. Even the thing labeled impossible. So, yeah, this is going to be a... Oh, man. Yeah, okay. Let's make this a difficulty 6. It's going to be hard.
Oof.
But with a little effort and enough time... Nope, that's cars. Anyway. Rusty! Sorry. So let's see it.
6. Difficulty 6 for which skill?
Yeah, so, Vesper, let's see. You are not trained in lockpicking, so this is going to be
No, I'm not.
this is going to be a speed test for you, more than is going to be because it's a dexterous task.
Yeah. Okay. I am I'm gonna use an effort for sure. And I'm gonna fail.
It's okay. You failed, but you learned a valuable lesson. Also, reminders. XP can be used for things like rerolls. So if you ever want to spend an XP to re-roll the dice and try again, 100% is within your purview. Also, make sure you know your player intrusions. Those are in the book under Explorer. They're very useful. Let's pop back over to Seer. Seer, you're a little dizzy. You feel a little bit better, though.
Imagine I'm picking myself up kind of bug-eyed from the body of the sister. I kind of look down. Is she still moving, or is she kind of like out of it?
No, she's still moving. She's picking herself up off the ground. She looks really annoyed and angry. Yeah, she's not happy with you.
All right, so I'm gonna be picking myself off the ground, and while we're kind of still untangling ourselves, I'm gonna look over to Egg and go, "That was." And he just has nothing to say after that, so he's going to scramble up to his feet. Do I see where Vesper's gone?
Oh yeah, not hard to miss. She is currently stabbing a door near the locking mechanism, trying to get in or out.
I think I will run after Vesper, and as I'm kind of scrambling away, I have a question. My onslaught ability says I can assail a foe with physical or mental harm, depending on what I choose.
Yeah.
Can I use it against inanimate objects? Could I try to just psychic blast the door open?
I do believe it specifically says that you can. Inflicts 2 intellect. Let's see.
The attack is mental. It says that creatures without minds are immune, but it says there's an attack is physical. It just makes a short-range ray of force that zaps something.
Yeah, absolutely. You can 100% attack an object with your onslaught.
Yeah, so I'm going to run over and try to just blast the door open.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll an attack for me. This is going to be a difficulty 3. However, the door does have armor.
Gotcha. I'm going to go ahead and then spend an effort.
Wait, does onslaught ignore armor?
The mind one does.
The mind one does, yes.
Yeah, I cannot do that one, so I'm just going to do the regular onslaught physical damage.
Very nice. Extra 2 points of damage from that. So that is an 18. Very good. Beats a task difficulty 6. And because it's an 18, it is a critical for an extra 2 points of damage. You've definitely damaged the door and the locking mechanism. It's not quite ready to go. However, Vesper, your next turn, that difficulty 6 lockpicking is going to drop down to a difficulty 5. So, that is the
door
progress.
just whoop, well, just has this just invisible just whump that hits it and just like cracks appear down the middle.
Yep. Sister's going to run over towards you, Seer. Go ahead and make a difficulty 3 speed test for defense.
Alrighty.
As she comes in with her shiv to absolutely try and take you out.
That is a big fat failure.
You feel the blade puncture your side. It is going to be 2 points of speed damage.
So I'm going to kind of wince. Going to go and look over towards the sister and just growl. You're dying in prison, and this is how you choose to spend your last hours?
Yeah, she's got some blood kind of like in her gums and like lips, and she goes, joining my sister.
Well, if it's a reunion you want, it's a reunion we can arrange.
Very good. All right. The other two are going to come in at you, Egg. This is going to be a combined attack from the two of them for a difficulty 3 defense. This is might. They are using impromptu wield it like it's a soap and a sock. Let's be honest. Yeah. So.
The old soap and a sock, I say, as they bring them down upon me. Ow!
Just soap in a sock, and then just absolutely right upside like your jaw with one, and then the other one just into your gut. That's going to be 3 points of might damage from that combined attack.
So what? Taking might down from 18 to something still
Essentially.
huge?
16 to 13.
Oh, nice.
So, very good. Yeah, don't you know? Egg has a lot of intellect points, too.
There's
Five
or
left.
something.
This boy beefy.
Very
brain.
good. So, they've all taken their turns. Samuel, we are now back to you. After this turn, you will have one more turn before you will have made it to the cell block. What would you like to do?
Okay. I think I just want to spend this turn just I don't have an action on my sheet to do it, but just running as fast as I can and just maybe get there next turn if that's
And
possible.
I was running.
Yeah,
Go on.
that's all I can think to do.
Absolutely. So you run down the hall, and you'll get there next turn. I kind of assumed that's what you were going to do, and I kind of factored that into your distance. But along the way, you do stop by. Well, you don't stop. You're running. Windless's cell.
Just get to a stop.
Oh, damn it!
I swipe it open with the other guy's key card. What's his name? Goodness, with Jarn's key card.
Yeah. The emergency system does, it is kicked in. The door does have power. As you kind of continue running past after, I imagine it as like a very fluid motion of like, you kind of slow yourself down, run back, tap the key card, and then sprint back down the hall. You hear behind you, wait up, Samuel! I'm coming too!
You know where to go! Just keep running.
Little telltale message. Windless will remember this.
Very good.
Gotta try. I don't know. He's useful.
Absolutely.
That's scary. That'll be my turn, though. Yeah, I'm happy to just book it there.
You let Windless out. He's booking it behind you. You both should make it on your next turn. That brings us back to Egg. Egg, what would you like to do?
All right. I'm an impulsive brick who helps his friends. So as these gentlemen are socking me repeatedly, I barely notice. Instead, I'm focused on my friend ahead who is being stabbed.
Yeah.
And I go, Seer! Excuse me, my friend is being stabbed! And I just want to push past them and run right at the sister.
Yeah.
If I can I do that?
Absolutely.
Just attack her?
It's just your movement,
Okay.
essentially, right? There's no attack of opportunities unless it's a special ability here, so you can definitely do that. Go ahead and make your attack at the stabber.
For the first time, it's time for a serious punch as I just go to sock her in the back of the head.
Oof.
I'm going to do a fist swing. I'm going to add some might effort.
Wouldn't be a good
what's the
space
difficulty?
movie.
3? Difficulty 3?
Difficulty 3, yes. Sorry.
Difficulty 3.
Would it be a good space movie without yeah.
It wouldn't be a proper movie, like space movie with a himbo, if you didn't
Bam!
punch a woman in the face. You didn't start
Jesus
just
Christ.
punching a lady in the face. Punching an old lady in the
the
face.
head.
For friendship.
For friendship.
There were so many ways you could have gone with that. You went with the worst way.
Well, like, it seems like such a trope from the you think of like Austin Powers and
Yeah,
like he
yeah.
punches an old woman in the face.
Oh, it's
You know, it's
correct.
just a thing.
That's, the
That's
sad
a
thing, is
man.
you're right.
Listen,
Jeez.
don't talk bad about Austin Powers. That is a national hero for Aaron.
It's true.
Uh,
The first Austin Powers movie is a great spoof. The other ones,
are even better, smoking a pancake. Anyway, fantastic. Yeah, you haul off and just slam your fist into the back of this woman's head. I can imagine exactly what this feels like. It's that moment where, like, all of a sudden there's a bright flash of light and then darkness as she bites it and hits the floor. So no more
Are
stabbing.
you all right, Seer?
I'm fine. Thank you for the timely assist. Let's focus on getting out of here. I think we've got some gentlemen callers. They'll be coming after us in a moment.
Yep.
They
Next
only
turn.
have soap.
Oh, sorry.
That's
I was
it.
gonna say
That's all
Vesper.
they say.
Next turn, they're gonna the guy who was kind of looking at you from across the room is going to kind of start heading your way. So
And he sounds exactly like that dog barking.
Very upset.
very good. All right. Speaking of which, Vesper, it's your turn.
Why? Okay, so Seer has, I assume, knocked something loose here, so I'm just gonna shove my shiv into whatever, like, open space, if it's a panel, or, like, section, if it's a physical lock, and just, like, try and fully pop it.
Absolutely. That is, like I said, the difficulty has been decreased down to a level 5 difficulty task for that dexterous thing. But I will remind you, if you happen to have 2 experience points, because you are learning to do a thing essentially right now, you could train lockpicking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay,
Because I do
so-
have 3 experience. I
Absolutely.
have no idea how to add this to my sheet, but
I got it. So lockpicking is going to be added, and that's going to be trained for you. Speed and training. And so what you're going to do is you're going to mark off 2 of those experience points off your sheet, and
Yep.
now you can roll from lockpicking.
amazing. Okay. Difficulty 5.
Yep.
And if I use an effort as well, that'll come off my speed, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
You got this.
I got this.
You did
Success!
get this.
Fantastic. It doesn't feel like it wants to budge, and so you're pushing and pushing, and then click! It pops open. The light turns green on the emergency panel as the door begins to slide open for you. If you would like,
As
you can go through.
it does that, as it does that, I'm going to turn around to Egg and Seer, assume that they're following, and just, like, dash out. And I'm wondering, I don't know if this is, like, an additional action, but I have find the way, so if I'm trying to, like, navigate towards where I think Samuel's going.
Yeah, so find the way is an enabler.
isn't-
You can use it at any time, and you'll just need to make essentially a navigational task to do that. Difficulty is going to be really, you have a 50-50 chance here on left and right.
Mhm.
So we're gonna make this a difficulty. 3. That sums up that. So if you use effort, oh crap! But you would have to. No, you get free effort off that. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. What do I roll from there?
Yep. So this is going to be a intellect task.
Intellect.
Yep.
And you said difficulty, sorry, remind me.
Difficulty is going to be 3, so that way it's a little around 50-50 chance on whether or not you get it without the assistance.
Okay, and I apply a free effort to that. And that is a 20.
Natural
Yeah.
20. Go ahead and take an experience point and
Nice.
give it to somebody else. For those at home, we use an optional rule where criticals give experience and critical failures give experience to make sure that things are moving along nicely. Who would you like to give that experience to?
I'm gonna give it to Egg for the swingin' Seer.
Hell yeah.
Very good. Egg,
me and
you
Seer
watch
swingers,
as Vesper
what?
steps through the door, Egg. And of course, Seer, you see that as well. So,
Can I, like, gesture to them the way that I'm going?
I love it. Just like poke your back out and just like that way. Very good.
Flight crew.
All right, Seer, it's your turn.
Yeah, I think I would like to follow after Vesper. Does it look like all of the people that we've noticed that are still pissed off at us are still trying to follow us, or are they distracted by the riot? So I'm talking about the two guys in the back and the guy that's coming after Vesper. Does he still look like he's chasing?
Let's find out. I don't get to roll a whole lot of dice in Cypher System, but for fun things like this, the guy who was currently eyes locked heading towards Vesper, he is kind of pushing someone out of the way when all of a sudden somebody kind of comes out of nowhere and just decks him right in the jaw. He is currently distracted. As far as the other two, they are attempting to pursue.
All right. Then in that case, I'm going to get to the other side of the door, spin around, and once Egg is passed, I'm going to try to use some of my mind powers to try to like basically onslaught the door back into gear. Like basically I want to collapse an archway or something. Or, if need be, I would like to spend my experience on one of my player intrusions, which is an advantageous malfunction. Ooh. So I'd like for, Egg to get past, and then all of a sudden the door just seals up behind us again.
That is absolutely an acceptable use of that player intrusion. So, very good. Samuel, as you kind of round the corner and head towards the cell block, you see as Vesper and Seer have come out of the prisons, or out of the cell block. Not a good thing, really. That means there is an open door. What would you like to do as you approach them?
I'm going to run up to the group. I'm going to pull out the extra card that I have and hand it to Vesper. Vesper, take Egg and get to the ship. Seer and I are going to go get his armor, and then we'll meet you there, okay?
We're splitting the party.
We're going to get the hell out of here.
Okay.
What is he doing free?
My key, it swiped by the door as I was running, and it opened it accidentally.
I'm here to help.
Look, he's useful. I don't know, but leaving him in the Empire is a bad idea. Leaving them to use him seems worse than taking him with us.
We'll deal with this later.
Egg and Windless and Vesper, get to the ship. Seer, we're going to get your armor.
Absolutely. So, as you begin to head off with your other friends, Egg, it is your turn. You are able to get in and hear those directions before they take off. So you and Vesper are going to head towards the ship.
When I come through, the door just miraculously slams shut behind me.
Yeah, because Seer is using that player intrusion to cause an advantageous malfunction.
Yay!
So.
Can I flavor it as how this works? I think
absolutely.
maybe there's like a scanner up by the top that's like supposed to register when people approach like a grocery store, and Egg just is running by, bang, ow, and you kind of like hit your head on the top of the door, and that kickstarts that sensor back into gear, and it's like, oop. Yep. Obstruction detected.
I did it.
Just triggers an emergency shutdown. Yeah.
I love that. Well.
Whimper, you're alive. Where are we going? To the ship? Right.
To the ship.
Let's go. And I just want to literally like hoist up Windless like a football and start running like a alignment, like hand extended, pushing anybody out of the way towards the ship.
Absolutely.
Come on, Vesper.
So, you, Egg, and you, Vesper, and Windless begin to head down the corridor. You do see as two guards come around the corner in the direction that you are heading at, and one of them goes, "Oh shit!" And he fumbles for his blaster, and he goes, "Make sure they're set to stun." and he is going to fire off a shot at you guys. So both of you, the two guards are shooting at both of you. So I need
Can
you.
I make
Yes.
a player intrusion?
You
potentially?
absolutely can make a player intrusion potentially.
I have Serendipitous Landmark. Just when it seems like the path is lost, a trail marker, landmark, or simple way the terrain or corridor bends, rises, or falls away, suggest you the best path forward. Can I use that, spend an XP point, and cut off around a corner before they are able to?
Absolutely, you can. And so you see them, they both raise their guns and they start firing at you as you grab Egg by the hair and just go this way.
You're breakfast clubbing. You're running around the corner. Oh, running
Yeah.
back.
Yep, exactly.
Turn around.
Very good. Yeah, you have bought yourself some time avoiding some combat as you kind of slip into another hallway heading towards wherever it is you guys are heading towards. Seer, you and Samuel are currently, how we're going to do this actually is we're going to change up initiative order. Vesper and Egg are going to always go together. Samuel, Seer, you're always going to go together.
That's friends.
So,
Yay.
Seer, you guys are heading down the hall towards lockup.
Mhm.
What would you like to do?
Just keep on trucking. Sears, focused on speed right now because we know we have a timeline to
It's
work
really
through,
hard
so-
when your legs are so short.
Yeah, just I'm so close to my armor, I can taste it.
I can't pick you up like Corb.
Samuel's
Yeah.
not even running; he's just walking.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Well, for you as well, you see as there's two guards popping out. They are confused, and currently they see you as possibly being guided somewhere else. They're not going to attack you guys. You have a guard with you.
Yeah. I'm gonna immediately kind of just duck hands behind back and pretend like I'm manacled and just kind of tuck it a little bit closer over to Samuel. Just kind of walk with excitement but keep my head down.
Yeah. Samuel.
Samuel is going to slow down just a minute and turn to Seer and say, "You blast the one on the right," and I move towards the left, pulling out my shiv, and
It's going for it.
I'm gonna get in close and then try and kill one of these guards.
Absolutely.
They were
So
gonna
you're-
let us pass! No!
So
And-
that means,
Witnesses.
Seer, you were just handed a pistol. I'm going to add that to your inventory real quick. It is a blaster pistol.
Wait, where did you get that?
I like how you go in with the shiv, and the guy with the mind powers. No, you give him your pistol.
Oh, I just meant blast him with the mind powers. That was
Yeah,
what I was thinking.
I think that was what he meant. Yeah, it was like you
Yeah.
blast him, and it's like
That
okay.
makes
I did not assume I had a pistol at all. I say you blast him. I meant
Nope,
the brain.
that makes sense. You're good. So,
so.
fantastic.
I take out my knife.
Yeah.
I just prick my thumb with the tip of it towards Seer, and I say, "You never let them draw the first blood." And then I walk and I
Whoa.
hold the dagger behind my hand and start approaching them a little slowly, looking friendly. But then when I get in close, I'm going to attack one of them.
Hey, Clarence.
I cannot argue with this. This is actually astoundingly good logic compared to the rest of the people in this group.
So
For sure. All
I'm going to
right.
shank them.
That's going to be a difficulty 1. They're not expecting this in any sort of manner.
All right. I'm going to just roll it then.
Man, Samuel and Seer together are just the epitome of just the, like when you leave the kids alone, they just immediately go and do crimes. Perfect.
Don't do crimes. So the difficulty 1, I rolled a 15, which is a success.
Very good. I rolled my dice under the table.
Hooray!
Nice.
Yes. So, absolutely, you walk up and this guy's like, how's it hanging, PK? Or not PK, Samuel? And then just, and he goes down. Absolutely. Seer, are you going to, now that you've seen this,
Yeah,
use your
absolutely.
action? So, yeah.
Simple as well. For the difficulty.
These guys are the same tier as you. You're not going to have to roll.
Okay.
Yep, it is. They're down. Yep, you're good. That is the beauty of Onslaught. Fantastic. You guys make it on down the way a bit.
Step over the corpses of these guards that we just left in the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Samuel's moving now with the knife out and stuff. Very predatory. A lot more, not feral, but a lot smoother. Just walking through, just checking corners and all this, and
Oh yeah. And
yeah, imagine just full-on game faces for the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Egg and Vesper. You're making your way
Vesper.
down. This is a unfamiliar route, but you kind of assume that it's going to come out the correct place.
Vesper,
Excuse
I have a confession to make. Winslow?
What's that?
I never learned how to fly a spaceship. I'm ashamed to the
That's
crash
okay.
plan.
No, that's okay. I can try. I think Samuel can try as well, but we should focus on just getting there.
Right, then you fly. I'll be there.
You be backup. Backup if anyone comes to attack the ship.
Okay, I'm backing up.
No.
Distracts from-
Move forward. Keep moving
Okay,
forward.
moving forward.
Keep going. Just keep running.
I love it. So,
He's gonna-
Game
if you tell him
Master
that, he's gonna
Intrusion.
run ahead of you and just keep barreling down the hallway.
Can I jump on his back?
You can. Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. Game Master Intrusion
my
for
back.
everyone. The power restores. However, PK, Samuel, you know that when the power comes back on, the systems all need a few minutes to reset. This is going to slow you all down a little bit. But because this is a group Game Master Intrusion, everybody is going to get an experience point for it.
Noise.
As the power comes back on in front of you, Vesper and Egg, you see as a panel in the wall opens up and a metallic figure steps out from a storage compartment. It looks over at you and Egg, and it seems to have an electric baton of some sort. This robot is wearing Riot gear. What would you like to do?
Riot Bot, an old foe of the Crash Clan.
Do you know how to take this?
Throw
Simple.
windlass.
Getting close and detach the head.
Detach
I was
the head.
considering throwing windlass.
Yes.
If that
How do you,
if
how do
this
you get
doesn't
close
work,
enough to detach the head, though?
make space for me.
I'm just gonna drop from his back.
Distract it. Then I'll tear off its processor.
Oh,
That is a thing that you can do to provide a asset to Egg as Egg attacks it. Essentially, it will make the attack easier for Egg if you are distracting the foe.
okay. I'll pull out my ship and just come at me.
I'll fucking get you.
Come at me.
Very good. I love that. So, Egg,
Yep. While
describe
it's
yourself
focused-
doing this.
While it's focused on Vesper, I'm going to just dart behind Egg isn't a very complicated man. He's just going to put a hand on the head and just try to that back. Tear it off.
Absolutely.
He has no compunctions fighting robots. So I just roll.
Yeah, so this guy is typically a difficulty 4, but Vesper is essentially giving you a free asset, so make sure you add that into your little dice rolling calculation.
All right, I'll add 1 effort too, because it's high stakes. 1 asset, 0 cost. Success.
Fantastic. You're not able to rip its head off, but you are able to start kind of causing some damage to it as some of the wires are popping out of its neck, and it's sparking. And then you see as the electric baton is no longer electrified. It is just a baton.
Excellent work, Vesper. Why, you may even make a better comrade fighter than Seer. Don't tell him I said that.
Okay, that's our secret.
Oh,
Okay. Keep moving.
It is not dead.
Okay, never
Sorry.
mind.
Don't want to get your hopes up. But as you
Okay.
see, listen, it would be a mistake that you might make in this situation. You would look down and you would be like, oh, the baton's not going, it's not moving. However, as you say, can we keep going? It is going to raise its baton to try to hit you, Vesper, because you egged it on.
Yep.
Well,
This is going to be a might 3 to defend against.
she Vespered it on.
Yeah.
Vespered it
Yeah.
on.
Okay.
Vesperdon sounds like a badass dinosaur.
Vesperon. Pokemon.
I'm gonna use it.
Or Pokemon, yeah.
Oh, and that failed. And that wasn't that
Oh.
one.
Go ahead and take an experience point and give one to someone else.
Seer,
I
I
love
think you're the only one who hasn't gotten one today.
Sure, I'll take it.
Yeah. So, well, technically, Seer did get one, but that was with the group. You know.
I know, but
so.
like from
I won't take it. I won't.
To be fair, Seer has spent the most of them. So,
Yep.
yeah, you get the wind fully knocked out of you. Next turn, you are going to have to spend it catching your breath. I think that's an appropriate one after getting hit in the stomach with a baton by a robot. We're going to move on now. Seer and Samuel, it is now your turn. What would you guys like to do? The power has come back on. However, the evidence lockup door is currently on a reboot.
Does that mean it would be easy to get in, or is it like currently locked out and like
It's
they
kind of like
have-
locked out for the moment. It
Okay.
should reboot soon, is what PK would know. What Samuel would know. Samuel would know.
Yeah. But Sammy knows.
All right.
Samuel boy.
Is this the primary and only way to get into the evidence lockup?
I think I could tell you. I could do an anecdote where I tell you a story of how I once broke into an evidence lockup in the past, and that could that could help us get in there this turn instead of waiting for the reset to happen.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to use my turn to do my anecdote action, which costs 2 intellect. I have 2 edge and intellect, so it's free technically.
Okay.
And I give you this little anecdote of, yeah. So one time we had just boarded this ship, and half the crew had held up in their armory, and they were going to hold us off and all that. So we found a way to actually seal that door shut, drain all the oxygen out of the room, knocking them all out, killing them all, and getting all the guns for ourselves. So I know a little bit about door controls, and I start describing some of the ways you can influence doors from panels on the outside and how I've done so in the past.
Samuel, what the fuck are you talking about?
But yeah, so this is how you unlock a door, and you can also, from the same panel, you can control the life support in that room. You can drain all the oxygen out of it if you
I'm
want
just gonna move to blast the door open again, but this time using the knowledge that Samuel's provided me
right.
to like kind of like fine tune where I'm aiming my mind blasts.
Absolutely. The door, again, is slightly armored. So that is going to influence the amount of damage that it can take. However, this is going to be a difficulty... let's make this a difficulty 4. Seems fair for... It's not the cell block door. It's still an important door, but it's, not one that they expect prisoners to be able to get to beat down.
Yeah. So I get the asset from the anecdote.
Correct.
And I'm going to spend another level of effort, which will bring it back to difficulty 2, meaning I have to roll a 6 or something on the die. And I...
Very nice.
I managed to roll at least that much. Huzzah.
Fantastic. Yeah, you were able to brain blast this door, and it rattles a bit. It begins to kind of crack through the armor. It has taken a decent amount of damage. It's not there yet, but you can tell that it's not going to be standing much longer.
Yeah. I think just flinging my psychic waves at the door. Just, come on.
And I believe, if I'm not wrong, I was wrong. Never mind. We're going to bounce back over to our friends, Egg, Vesper, and Windless. You still holding on to Windless real good?
Well, actually, at this point, Egg has dropped Windless and has put both hands on the head and is pushing, getting leverage with his foot to pull back.
He's trying to rip this
Vesper, I'm
thing's
sorry,
head
I
off.
forgot step 2. Prepare to dodge.
Prepare to what?
You have
Brilliant.
to dodge. I guess I'll just try to pull the head off now. Continue that might check.
Yeah, let's see it. It's same as before, which was a
difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3.
Yeah.
Go back. Difficulty 4.
I think it was difficulty 4.
Yes.
Yeah, it was difficulty 4 because you had used training and stuff to get it down.
Yep. I guess I'll put in more effort. I have a lot in might, but my pool's running low at this point. No asset this time. Still a success.
Very good. And that about does it. You start to pull and pull, and you pull, and you rip this thing's head off.
Hell
You think
yeah.
for a second that you have done it and that the robot is dead, but now it seems to be moving just a little more erratically, as though it can't see where it is aiming. So that's going to give you guys an asset, a permanent asset, for the rest of this encounter. If you get swung at, instead of it being a difficulty 3 task to defend against, it is going to be a difficulty 2 task to defend against. Speaking of which, Vesper, you have to spend the rest of your action catching your breath.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Would you like to make a might roll to see if you can get out of it early?
Okay.
Difficulty 5.
Oh my god.
Money, good money.
You got this. You got this.
Okay, we'll use an effort.
Ooh.
I got this!
Hey!
Fantastic.
You would have gotten it if you hadn't spent that effort, too.
Well,
Oh, damn.
here we are.
So, you are able to right yourself. You're able to get yourself back from the winded stage, and you see this robot is starting to swing blindly in your direction. What are you doing?
I just want to kind of duck down, assuming that hopefully the robot is swinging above me, because person size, and just kind of try and avoid any sort of swinging of erratic sword.
How did you know step 3?
What's step 3?
Duck!
No!
Step 2, prepare to duck. Step 3, do it.
Step 4, profit.
So are you attacking this guy, or?
Oh, yeah, if I could duck down and try and, like,
Absolutely.
trip it.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so for
What
you,
am I rolling?
let me just make you a unarmed attack.
Oh, okay.
So that way you have it. This is might, untrained, and let's say it's just 1 point of stagnant damage because you're not really trained in using your fists. However, could be helpful. You drop down, you go to trip this thing. Here's the thing. Its head's been ripped off. It can't see you coming. That is going to be a difficulty 2 on the attack now. It's no longer a difficulty 4.
With an asset.
With an asset, yep.
Perfect. Okay. That is a success.
Fantastic.
Ooh,
you are able
nice.
to successfully sweep the legs on this little guy as it kind of falls to the ground and begins to attempt to right itself. It is its
Smash it now,
turn.
Egg.
It's trying to get up, but while it's doing that, it's swinging at you or in your direction. I need you to make a defense roll. This is going to be a difficulty 2 for the defense roll. Fairly simple and routine. It is on the ground. It can't see. It's severely damaged.
And defense is speed, correct?
Defense for this would be... Yeah, this would be a speed.
Okay.
You could make an argument either way for speed or might, depending on how you want to use it.
That is another success.
Fantastic. You were able to just kind of step over this thing as Windlass goes, "Good job, Vesper."
Jesus, Wingless, do something!
He just put me down.
There, Winter. Let Vesper and I take care of this.
Very. If you say so, Egg.
That's what Sarah's been talking about.
We should probably get going, though.
Right. I'm just gonna pick him back up again.
You run off down the hall and come to a door that is rebooted. The door is able to take a key card. That is going to be a free action because it's just a quick swipe. As it brings you into the hallway near the docking bay. We're going to bounce over now to our good friends Seer and Samuel. You've got this door almost taken care of. You haven't seen any guards in a while.
Good.
Yeah, Seer's a little just peering around, kind of feeling ill at ease. He kind of glances over to Samuel and goes, "Is it just me, or is this going too smoothly?"
I don't know. We did kill 2 people.
Yes, but that was simple. I'm talking about just the response has been not what I expect from one of the greatest prisons of the Empire.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of bluster more than anything. I don't know. Let's just focus on what we got.
Yes.
There's more to come. That's why we're getting your suit. In case they got more.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's rip this door open.
Yeah, I can go for it first and let you run on in and find the suit as fast as possible, if that's the thing. So I'll try and hack the door using some of the knowledge that I've had in the past, I guess, if that's possible. Unless it's rebooted already, and then I could swing it, but...
It's not quite there yet.
Okay.
So, if you would like to try to hack this door a bit, let me look at your character sheet real quick.
I don't think I've got anything in particular.
Yeah. But I will say the anecdote is still in effect. So
Right.
that's going to make it a little bit easier. It's going to be a difficulty for counting the anecdote.
All right, so we go with a challenge rating 5 with a. I'm going to spend an effort to the roll. I'm assuming it's intelligence.
Yes,
You're
it
just
will be
punching the key
intelligence.
numbers really hard with your might.
Yeah. And then I've got the asset. And I've got the cost. And there we go.
Nice.
Fantastic.
I got a 10 on a DC 3 that I brought it down to. So hooray!
The damage from the blast helped, right? You were able to kind of get in there and kind of bypass some things, move some wires around, and kind of trigger the failsafe to unlock. As you step inside, you see the crate where Seer's armor is, or at least you see where the crate was.
Mm-hmm.
GM intrusion. Go ahead, both of you take a experience point. It seems
Sweet.
the armor has been moved, and is probably waiting for you at the dock. And as you step inside, you see a mousy little guy. You know, he's just a meek, small nerd, and he kind of looks up and he goes, "Oh, I wasn't expecting you. As discussed, the armor has been moved down to the dock. Is there anything else I can help you with?"
Anything else cool down here that we can take?
Oh, right now? I guess
Yeah.
it is a good time for distraction. Yes, I think there would be. And he kind of pokes his head around. This guy does not seem worried in the slightest that you have a prisoner with you. As he opens up
Okay.
a case and he goes, "These are a couple of nasty ones," and he hands you a blaster pistol and a blaster rifle.
I hand the pistol off to Seer, and
Yeah.
I sling the rifle over my shoulder and say, "All right, bye."
I will say, as you head out, because this is all in alphabetical storage,
Mm-hmm.
right? You do see a backpack, and that backpack is labeled Vesper.
Hmm.
Vesper
Noticing
Frost.
that.
Frost.v.
We're standing near the F's for
Fun.
rifle.
Mhm.
The
Tyrant.
items aren't cataloged by name. It's cataloged by
Oh.
ownership.
Yeah, we're standing next to Frank's old guns, and then we got Frost right there next to us.
Yeah.
And I grab Vesper's backpack as well, and then head on off. I don't think.
Cyril, despite himself, will take a peek over for the seas.
Peek over for the C's? Oh, for
Yes, for Crash.
Crash.
for Crash. Yeah, Omega Crash. Go ahead and make a quick intellect check for me. As you do the difficult thing of trying to find things in
follow
alphabetical
it out.
order. It is a difficulty 2 task.
Really?
Personally, you don't have the Dewey Decimal.
It's a stressful situation more so than it is
enough.
a hard situation.
Fair enough. Okay.
Oh no!
No
Seer
demo
can't-
in the lab.
Seer can't read apparently. Seer, that's
So-
I think that's canon now.
I love
Seer
that.
can't-
Get an XP, at least.
I love that so much that I'm going to still give you the item. I should.
That sounds like a problem. That sounds like trouble.
I shouldn't, but as you kind of grab the item for your GM intrusion, a guard is now standing in the doorway, watching you rifle through stuff, carrying a gun And Samuel, you are also carrying a gun.
Yeah, he's about to get rifled through himself. All right, I pull out my gun, name it at him.
Pull out my gun. He is on his radio, and he is saying, "The Little Templar and Samuel's betrayed us."
Bam, 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 bam.
Go ahead and make your attack roll. This is going to be a difficulty 1 because, as I have established, the guards ain't shit.
I would like to send my XP for the GM intrusion over Egg's Way.
Egg's Way? All right.
Yeah, right.
And I guess a rifle's a speed roll. I think.
Rifle is a speed roll.
All right. We're just... An 11 beats a 1.
11
DC 3.
does beat a 1, and that is going to be 4 points of damage to this guard as he goes down. Let me add that weapon, the rifle, the blaster rifle, to your inventory. Not bolster. Okay. Blaster rifle. Damage of 4. It is a medium weapon, and it is a speed weapon. There you go. That has been added to your inventory. Seer, I'm going to add that pistol to your inventory. Damage 2 on that.
Okay.
And it is a speed as well. Fantastic. You guys are good to kind of continue back towards the docking area.
What did I find in Egg's lockup?
Yeah. It is not a lot. It is a small rucksack that contains his sleeping bag, his trusty crowbar. You see a flashlight in there, and some now molded food, as well as a padlock with some keys on him, and a book.
The other 2 things aren't there?
Specialized tools are there as well. Sorry. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think Zero will just go ahead and sling the backpack.
Egg, do you wanna tell them the book that they find in your bag?
Oh, sure. The book is, of course, Ponderings of Republicanism by Alpha Crash.
I do. Seer takes a look over at the book and just his head just hovers as he's about to throw it away, and then he just stuffs it in the backpack and throws it over the shoulder.
That looks like a good picture book. Keep it.
As if he needs any more ideas.
Oh, goodness. Fantastic. All right, we are now back to Egg and Vesper. Egg and Vesper and Windless. You are all heading down the hall and make it to the doors into the docking bay. The doors have rebooted on the side, and you're able to get in, no problem. Absolutely. And as you step inside, you do see the dock warden as he has a cup of coffee, drops it, and immediately goes for his gun.
Oh, well, it's time. Windless! It's your turn.
You just toss Windless. Yep, on it.
Claw's eyes.
And you see as Windless kind of pops out of existence and then pops back into existence behind this dock warden. And he goes, "You probably don't deserve this. I'm very sorry." And he takes his hand in his arms and he pulls as the dock warden falls to the ground. And Windless goes, "Right.
Can I pick
Ship?
up a pistol?
Yeah, absolutely you can."
You know what? I'm calling it. That was close enough to nothing personal.
Nothing personal, kid.
Well, the thing is, it is kind of personal.
A little bit.
You know.
He popped. Look, he teleported behind a dude and said, "Look, you don't deserve this. It counts, goddammit."
Yeah.
Egg is he was trying to throw him, so he's carried forward by his momentum and almost stumbles.
Absolutely.
Missing whatever happened, so all he sees is Windless over this guy's body. And I guess Vesper picking up the pistol. Right, let us board. Wait. Do we have everything we need?
Why don't we? The pilot might be in there that I didn't think about. So we should probably find him. If he's not in there, why don't we start to get the ship warming up?
Right. How do you do that?
Don't worry about that. I got it. Okay.
I'll watch the door.
I would like you to. How about you find the pilot? Make sure the pilot isn't in the ship.
Right. I'll watch the inside of the ship.
Amazing.
I'm gonna run to the inside of the ship. Look at the cockpit. Anybody there?
Yeah, you enter into the ship and you can hear a series of curse words coming from the cockpit. I need to get out of here. This place is melting down. It's going crazy. And
Hold it right there, comrade.
What are you doing here?
You will escort me and my friends off of this station.
I follow Egg, now pointing the pistol at the guy.
Ha!
What's in it for me?
You don't die.
You get to live.
Well put, Vesper. You will be becoming of a crash.
Sorry.
You know what? Yes. And he's just kind of standing there with his hands up. However, unfortunately, I cannot seem to get the ship working still.
Oh, that's
I see.
okay. That's something I can do.
Wonderful. Well, the
we'll
moment
just
you
have
get
to
it
wait
up
for
and
our
running,
friends, okay?
I will fly us out of here.
Great.
I will walk towards the panel, very slowly start to undo the virus, but like wait for just in
Yeah.
time for Steer
You're
to-
sandbagging it, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna take a little bit longer, just a little bit here and a little bit there, and like I'm not familiar with this piece of code.
Absolutely. Fantastic. We're going to bounce back to Seer and Samuel as you are running down the hall, trying to get to the docking bay as quickly as you possibly can. What would you like to do?
I think.
Get down to the
I'm-
docking bay as quickly as we can.
Yeah, I think it's a mad dash at this point. I'm gonna slow down at every corner, just looking for the guards who might have been called as backup towards that evidence room. But yeah, it's just moving quickly. I think it's a lot of pretense of being, I think cover's blown at this point, and I'm moving with intent. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. So you both are dashing. So dashing. As you head around the corner, and you hear a cavalcade of voices coming from the other direction. As you both turn and look, you see a mob of a mixture of guards and prisoners as the fighting has spilled out into the general hallways of the station, and they're just going at it. And they look up and they see another guard with you, Seer, and they go, "Hey, get them!" And a few of them begin to run your way. Next up, we have Vesper. Well, we're going to skip their turn. They're going to be doing much of the same thing for a little bit.
So, like, Egg and the pilot and Windless are all just, like, watching Vesper do this, and Egg is like, "So, space weather."
Essentially, yes. Kind of an on-point conversation starter there. Windless looks at you and he goes, "I feel like they're taking a bit too long. Do you mind if I go check on them?"
You know what? Sure.
Wonderful. I'll be back. And he pops out of existence in front of you again. Samuel and Seer. You've got a mob coming at you. The guards did not last long, but there is a group of people heading your direction. You can probably outpace them for a while.
I go and kind of glance over to Samuel and go, all right, well, got any funny stories to tell them?
I could try and convince them we're just janitors.
Give it a shot. And meanwhile,
All right.
is already kind of like, Seer's like, give it a shot. And then he drops down into a sprinter's pose and then just kind of warms himself up, like ready to bolt.
Oh, you know what? There is actually a thing. How many people are there in this mob? Because it depends.
Give me a second.
If it's like 9, I think I can do what I want to do.
There are 19 of them.
Okay, it's more than I can handle.
I've rolled really well on my 4d6 drop the lowest, except I kept the lowest.
Just to get that one more.
It was just one more.
So, my spin identity, I want to for 19 people, I need to spend an intellect to increase per additional victim, which means I can't really convince all 19 people.
No, but you could try to convince the ones that seem to be leading the charge.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend my identity. Yeah, I'm gonna spend identity using this to convince them that I have started this this riot and rebellion and revolt, and that they need to head towards the kitchens. That's where the guards are holding up. All right, point them towards the guards. Not the guards. The guards' break room. That's what I'm thinking of. Just point them towards the guards' break room.
Very good.
And so,
yeah. So, yeah.
Say, guys, no, you don't want me. I started this riot. We're headed towards the break room. All the guards are held up there, and we're gonna kick their asses.
Oh, you know what? All right, that sounds pretty good. Hey, everybody, we're gonna get to the kitchens. That's where the guards are. And you see as a good number of them all begin to leave, and like one or two of them, I'd say probably 5 go, wait a second. But the kitchens are back in the C block, in the block, but it's too late. The other guys are gone, and there are currently only 5 of these guys standing around. So these 5 are going to continue to pursue you, but everybody else just decided to go back into the cell block. The worst place for them to go during an escape and prison riot. So
That's good.
I love that. Absolutely. You guys, what about you, Seer? What are you doing?
I'm going to just kind of like, I think about running, and then I just kind of hold myself, stop, stare at them, and go, are you all completely fucking brainless? The prison is on fire, and instead of deciding to get out, you are speeding up your own demise. Get out of our way, or we will smear you along metal pavement. It's not pavement in here. Shit, that was going so well.
All right, so go ahead and give me like
plating.
this is going to be an intimidation thing here. I would say you can. Well, let's see. Oh, I was just going to look at that.
Yeah, it's persuasion. I don't know if that would count as this.
It is not, because this is not you persuading. So yeah, you're good. You can roll this as a intellect. This is going to be an intellect 3 to convince these guys you're not worth their time, and maybe they should be thinking about getting out of here.
Yeah, this is just dumb. Yes, I will go ahead and you know what? Effort is fun to burn. I'm gonna go ahead and spend effort.
Very good.
I see that I got a success. I rolled a 7 versus difficulty number of 6. We good.
Fantastic. They look at each other and they kind of look at you and they go, "Yeah, all right. It's that makes some sense."
Yes, it does, because I suggested it. Get out! I'm just pointing for them to leave.
All right, boys. We're heading to the docking bay. The other docking bay. The public docking bay.
It's like,
Not your
Just
docking
run
bay.
past them. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. You guys can begin to head back to that direction. Eventually, you do meet up with Windless. Windless goes, "Oh, thank the heavens. I'm so glad to see that you're all right. They're waiting for you. They have the ship just about ready to go. We should go."
yep.
Seer,
I mean, I'm running.
we'll deal with it later.
Yeah, I think Sear's just kind of like staring at Windless and just kind of has to just like shake his head and continue running on.
Yeah.
More important things to worry about, yeah.
Absolutely. Eventually, you are able to make it to the docking bay. And as you do, you hop inside. You see the snapped-necked body of the docking warden. And the ship door is open. But more importantly for you, Seer, you see a crate roughly the size of your power armor.
All right, yeah, I take a second to kind of slow down as I approach it, and then kind of treat the object as if with just utter sanctity, like I'm handling saints' bones.
Yeah.
Slowly reach out and just move to open up the crate.
Yep. You see it inside. It's a bit dusty, but it seems to be fully intact, and so are all of your personal belongings that are with it. You're going to have to spend this entire turn essentially getting into your armor. I believe, unless power armor gives you the ability to... suit grants you other benefits, it's... and stuff.
Requires an action.
Yeah, as an action. So, fantastic. So yeah, you begin to get into the power suit and try to start getting it to power on.
Yeah, it's full on like Iron Man lock-in montage. Just like open up a little socket for the legs to kind of stick in. It begins closing in around the body, and just like head starting to seal in with a helmeted shape.
I was hoping for Sailor Moon, but Iron Man's okay.
We can do Sailor Moon. Just like Seer just presses a button and just throws his hands back. Yeah.
Very much just Iron Man's its way on
Sparkles
you.
ever.
Yeah, you know what? You know, let's go for a mix of the two. It's Iron Man by way of Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
I love
And
that.
just, like,
I love that a lot.
Seer, this just grubby, blood-stained prisoner, just his head up and just spinning around in this vortex of pink light. Ah.
Very good. So,
majestic.
as your suit begins to kind of power on and boot up with you in it, you're in that moment where you're still kind of like immobile, right? The suit's locked up a bit, but you're getting there. When the doors burst open and few grenades are rolled into the bay. You see as these grenades begin to land at your feet, Windless jumps out and goes, "Nope!" And he takes his hands and he pushes them back out through the door. And he turns and he looks at you, Seer, and he goes, "Well, this is our goodbyes, bud. You all need to get on that ship and have a safe flight." As he turns to face the guards that are pouring into the room. What would you guys like to do?
Meanwhile, on the ship, Crash is, I guess, oblivious to all this.
Well, you would have heard the
so
explosion of the grenades.
Oh, well, before that, I guess he's like, so I said to Theta, that's not a riding horse. Did you hear that explosion? Those
Samuel
were
comes busting up the ramp.
Those were Class E shock grenades.
No.
Samuel comes busting into the cockpit. He just says, "What is this guy still doing here?" Hits the old pilot. What's his name? Carinza with the butt of the rifle. Knocks him unconscious. Says,
Oh, what? Oh.
Oh,
"Egg, go."
Yes?
Pilot,
I
but
hand Egg my rifle. Say, "Egg, go
I
cover
can't
the
use
ramp."
this.
What do you mean?
All right. I was never trained to shoot.
It's easy.
I only throw grenades.
Rebel commando, terrorist extraordinaire, can't use a goddamn gun.
My brother said I could poke somebody's eye out.
You're gonna learn to use this right now. Point it at the enemy and shoot him. Okay, I gotta get this thing started up. Seer's outside, suiting up. You go out there and cover it while we warm up this ship.
Very well. Captain,
I just want to show up Samuel and have the virus removed as he's like, I gotta get this going.
Hell yeah. You were
You
saying.
mean I already
Do
have
it.
it?
Do it. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I think
does
Seer.
Vesper roll for that?
Is this roll for
To
removing the
get-
virus?
Yeah, Vesper, do roll for that. Oh, there it goes.
Ooh, it's a little chilly. Should probably close the window that's opening up to the snowy day outside. That'll probably help with the chilly.
Yeah, it might. Let's see.
You're saying you smelled chili. And I was like, I could go for some chili right about now.
So
chilly.
I was being a little intentionally slow there because I immediately started to hear Seer's voice get strangely crackly. And I was like, we're about to have a dropout. And sure enough, we did.
Okay.
Fantastic. So, Vesper, yes, you are going to have to roll for that. But you know what's wrong. So it's not going to be an impossible task. This is going to be a difficulty 3 for you to kind of figure out how to get this up and running.
Okay, question here.
Yeah.
I have focus, but it says I have an inability.
Yes,
And it
because
says
you
I'm
are
trained in tasks requiring incredible focus or concentration, but it says inability.
That's a really good question. Allow us to consult the book really quick, because that doesn't seem right. It seems like it should be the other way around.
What is this coming
So,
from?
It is coming from her strong-willed. This is the descriptor. So strong-willed.
Yeah, it's any task that involves figuring out puzzles or problems, memorizing things, or using lore is hindered. So I
But
can
that says
imagine it's like
problem solving.
Yeah.
Unless it's just all.
I think that the way it's meant to be read is that like you are stubborn in the way that you think. So like if
That
it's
would
an,
make sense.
if it's an unconventional approach, if like it's an out of a box thing, Vesper struggles with it. But if Vesper can just kind of like focus,
Inability. Willful
as-
doesn't mean brilliant. Any task that involves figuring out puzzles or problems or memorizing things or using lore is hindered. We're going to ignore that because of your occupation. So we're actually going to flip that over the other way to a trained. Just because it does make sense for you. So, yes, Vesper, you're going to roll for this. This is going to be a difficulty 3. You do know what's wrong with the issue, or the issue with the computer, which gives you kind of a leg up. So absolutely go ahead and roll for that.
Okay, I'm gonna use an effort, and that is a failure.
Samuel walks up and says,
Wait. I was hoping to have Vesper roll while I was there because I really wanted to do this. I want to use my action friendly help. If your friend tries a task and fails, they can try again without spending effort. If you help. You provide disadvantage to your friend even if you're not trained. And what I want to do is Egg is going to be like, hold on, this worked before, and he's just going to slam his forehead against the control panel.
All right. You slam your head against the control panel. Vesper, go ahead.
His head against his actual computer.
He probably did. Oh, beautiful.
Incredible.
Vesper, go ahead and re-roll that skill check for me.
Okay. That is another failure.
I love that because Egg's just like, no, this worked before. Slams his head into
Jesus,
it.
Egg, don't do that.
He just breaks it further.
What? I don't see what the issue is with my assistance.
Samuel, what are you doing?
I'm going to go and remove the virus from the computer that I've used many times.
Three of you just crammed over the computer, being like,
To get out of here!
no.
Carry,
Antivirus
get this
software.
guy out of the
Wait,
way.
let me use my head. I can. The head works.
Get Captain Carinza off this ship! And I will go and start the boot up sequence for piloting. I'm going to use my piloting spacecraft, which I'm trained in.
Absolutely.
So this will all be a part of that, I guess.
So, fantastic. We are now going to pop back out to the rest of everybody as Egg, you are dragging Carinza's body out of his own ship and leaving him on the docking bay. You see as Seer's body armor begins to move. Seer, what are you doing?
So the armor is on at this point?
It is on at this point, and it is working.
All right.
Excited.
So, I've got it locked in, and Seer all of a sudden is standing much taller. He's actually got, platform boots in the armor that allows him to kind of, hike himself up a bit further. He's got little extenders in the arms that allows him to actually be grabbing a glove, halfway down, and that's actually moving the hands. So, it's kind of a little bit of a stilt suit situation. He looks over towards the ramp, looks back over to Windlass, and Windlass is saying you guys need to get out of here, and is holding off these guards.
Yeah.
Seer's going to kind of look over and say, by my duty as a Templar, I should leave you behind and face the judgment you deserve. And then he's going to stride over, grab Windlass by the back of the collar, and haul him up the ramp.
Ooh.
Windlass panics. No. This isn't what I saw. And
Good.
It's okay, Whimper.
Damn
It's okay.
your visions.
We'll save you.
as you pull him up onto the ramp, he looks at you and he's stops struggling. As he goes, wait, just a second, and he is going to pull. This is the wonderful ability push and pull, by the way. He pulls a shelving unit in front of the door, blocking the guards off from being able to get into the area. So, allow me. Nope. You're able to get this ship started up, and the doors open to the docking bay. you take off out into the black expanse of space, and Windless turns to look at you and he goes, "You stubborn fool!" And he goes and he sits on a bench. He's confused. He doesn't really know how to handle what's going on. Pilot, Samuel.
Hmm.
You're getting alerts.
Yeah.
Not only are you experiencing solar flares bouncing all around the ship, you do see that there are some other vehicles
So,
leaving another side of the space station. However, right now, those guys are not your major concern. Your major concern is navigating to avoid the solar flares.
now I got one thing I want to do before we leave the airspace of the prison, and that's go and use whatever cannons I got on this thing to go and blast the warden's office.
Yeah. So you do know that there's very light weaponry
Mm-hmm.
on this ship. Corinza was, a little coy about it. He tried to make it seem like there was none, but you're able to quickly find that there are, in fact, a few different hidden weapons. In fact, some of your passengers would be able to use some gunning seats if they so chose. But you pull a quick U-turn around in the openness of space and fly by until you are able to look into the very window of the warden of the prison, and you see as he looks up, it's very much one of these. All right, so we're gonna give a good visual reference. Wait. For the podcast.
He just sees us just staring back at him through the window, through the cockpit of the ship, just shit-eating grins.
For the podcast, he turns around in his spinny chair with his cup of coffee in hand, takes a sip, and then drops the cup all over himself. Yeah, Samuel, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, you stupid motherfucker running a for-profit prison, you asshole, and I'm just gonna blow the office. I'm just gonna like separate the office using bullets from the rest of the prison. Just kind of like carve off top of the half of the office,
Absolutely.
exposing him to the space.
Not even gonna make you roll for it. The shields are mostly down from the power outage that hit the station. Everything is still on a reboot, and you are able to shoot the kind of like the joining of the two modules as you see his office kind of fly off and towards the Tyrant, the big red gas giant down below. You see little bits of office furniture and paperwork just floating out into the vast emptiness of space. But because of this detour, the cruisers that are exiting from another bay are able to catch up to you. which means I need to turn the music back on for me.
Got dangerous
Dun,
again.
dun, 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 dun,
So,
Space.
dun, dun.
Samuel,
Yeah.
what do you tell your party?
Hey, it's about to get a little busy, guys. Just we got some friends coming to chase after us. They aren't happy with us getting away.
Can you get us out of here?
Absolutely. Get on the guns. And I referenced to
Yeah.
there's a seat here and here on the ship.
2 doors open up on either side of the cockpit, beckoning 2 gunners to fill the seats. Vesper, where do you want to go? Do you want to stick around in the cockpit?
Awesome.
I think
So here's
Seer
how
goes just like makes
let
a
me
gesture
help
over
you a
to
little
the
bit.
one of the gunner seats, like,
Yeah.
please.
There are a few different positions that are going to be useful when you are aboard a ship. The first one is going to be the pilot, obviously. Gunner seats are going to be another one. Engineering bay is going to be the third. Engineering bay kind of encapsulates like the communications and the maintenance and performance of the ship.
Okay.
Is there a loom ominously position? I feel like that's where Seer's at, just hovering over Samuel's shoulder.
Yes.
I think the Vesper still holds on to some loyalty to the Empire, so she's not going to necessarily like immediately jump to a gunner ship. So she would kind of disappear into the background a bit and go towards whatever sort of engineering, communications, anything that she can pick up through there.
Very good. Fantastic. You head down to, I mean, it's not a big ship, right? It's a small kind of like cargo cruiser, but it does have a engineering area that you can go to. I will let you know what the actions you can take are for that. However, this is where we are going to end our session for this week. We will pick up with some space combat next week, and it's going to be fantastic. I think that was super fun. We're still recording. I'll let you guys know when we're not. But what do you guys think?
Damn, I'm so excited for good old Star Wars dogfights. That's like low key one of my favorite things to do in any sci-fi RPG is just get everybody aboard a ship and you all just like fly around and blast stuff. Oh, gonna be great.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have the added complication. There are some solar flares happening. So, what would you guys say? Highlight. Let's do a player highlight for the episode. Who do we want to put the spotlight on for this episode?
I want to vote it's swinging Seer around. It was just too good.
Yeah, that's too good. Yeah, no,
Egg
egg immediately just being like, yes, this is how the crash, which implies that they do this all the time. That's the funny part. It's not funny just because Egg had the idea of just like, I'm going to swing Seer around. It's like, this is what I do with my family all the time. What the fuck is up with Crash Family?
Crash Family is a nightmare.
I'm gonna make the commitment now that every time I use an intrusion, it's gonna be like have a
crash
different
maneuver.
Crash Clan signature.
I love that. That's amazing.
Crash Clan swing and toss.
Yeah.
Crash Clan leg sweep and so on.
Oh, great.
Amazing. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, if you guys need help with any leveling up stuff, we're going to kind of take that after the session. But I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Please tune in next week for yet another episode of The Eye of the Tyrant as they take on a space battle and figure out where they're heading next. It's going to be a lot of chaos, judging by everything that has happened thus far. Have a wonderful night. Check out the Patreon. Check out our merch store. Oh yeah.
Before we go, based on the release schedule, I think this episode lines up. But if this is mid-April when this episode releases, then should be right when my book is releasing, or my partner's book, Gary Lagom. Now, it's in Francais, but if you speak French and have children, you can get them Gary Lagom. It'll be releasing in English later this year.
Very
It's
good.
about a boy, and he has hair that's gum, and his best friend is a snail named Esteban, and they go on adventures together. And it helps children read. So you go check out Gary Lagom, Facile à lire, or easy to read if you prefer.
Beautiful.
Love that.
On the Google.
Nice.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah,
amazing.
we will have a link to that down below in the description. So pick that up. Make our friend Sam, our friend Corb here. I almost called you by your first name. But anyway,
On the cover.
it'll be on the
That is
cover.
true.
That's true. No, that is
All
actually
of
very
the
fair.
campaign. There you go. Yeah.
Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you guys next Wednesday.